There's no such thing as a good and bad food. There's no such thing as clean food. No superfood.
There's no such thing as a superfood?
Well, okay, so hold on. Break this down for us.
Now we're going to fight, dude.
No.
As long as you don't overeat for a long period of time, which is what a lot of people in the United States do, while staying sedentary, you'll be totally fine.
What we're starting to recognize is slowly but surely the food that we do get from grocery stores, right? The food that we are eating from restaurants, whether that's fast food or even high end, dude, all of it's designed to kill us.
So I never think it's the food that's at fault. It's always the lifestyle. Sugar and carbs make you gain weight, which is completely false.
Is there a way I can eat mac and cheese for the rest of my life and stay fit? What's going on, dude?
Dude, I'm good. How are
Yeah,
you?
dude, I'm so happy to finally have you on.
You want to introduce the man?
Yeah. I've been trying to get Calvin on for over a year.
Yeah.
I think, and shout out to the follow-up because here he is. We figured it out. So, so why don't you kind of like spend like a quick 30 seconds kind of introducing yourself, letting the audience know what you're all about.
Yeah,
we'll get rock and rolling.
I'm Calvin. I'm a full-time content creator. I specialize or niche in the fitness and food space. I make your favorite foods healthier. And I guess kind of like I heal some people's relationship with food. So they have a better sense of like nutrition and just overall health and quality of life.
I wanna throw this in. Do you think it was harder to find good food back in the day? Or do you think it's harder now to find and source yourself good food?
You mean like at like restaurants or like
just in general? Because I feel like now everyone and everything is like cutting down on quality to cut costs, and so now it's like if you want to go out and eat, you have to be very selective where you eat, right? Which I'm not sure like if 100 years ago it was the same thing or not, but just like a bit curious if like you've ever kind of studied that or looked into it.
Well, I personally think like food is best as it's ever been.
Now?
Now.
Okay.
Wow.
Just because of competition, everyone's stepping it up. People are more. Go ahead.
In what realm are you saying food is better than it's ever been? Are we talking about like food you get from the grocery stores or food from the restaurant perspective? Because I know that's kind of your focus niche.
Yeah, I would say both.
Both, okay.
Grocery store because people are more concerned about quality now. And the restaurants as well because people are just so creative now in 2024.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, more cuisines are introduced now. Like Chinese food isn't viewed as just like orange chicken in general. So it's now like dim sum and different types of dumplings. And
which I'm yet to try, by the way.
So you're saying there's more cultural appropriation going on with food? Is that what it is? Or like
yeah, people are more open to it too.
I see. Okay.
Like kids aren't getting made fun of for bringing X to lunch anymore.
I see.
As we did as kids,
I see. Interesting.
I'll be honest. I feel like one of the directions I'd like to take the conversation. I guess we'll start with this because one of my biggest concerns is the quality of food that we do consume on a daily basis. I feel like just in general because once you put corporations behind anything like pharmaceuticals, behind food, what we're starting to recognize is slowly but surely the food that we do get from grocery stores. Right? The food that we are eating from restaurants, whether that's fast food or even high end, dude, all of it's designed to kill us. Like, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine because, we do events, travel events and stuff like that. And he was explaining to me, because he's also a vendor, he was explaining like, bro, every time I'm in a third world country, I feel better when I wake up. Just from the food that I'm eating in that
third
area.
World?
From third world countries.
What?
And I told him, I was like, bro, that's insane. I literally have the same experience.
What? Where?
When we went to, and I'm not going to, I guess they're not all third world. I'm not going to disrespect people. Be like, what? Thailand's not third world. But like, let's say for
you start
example,
listing all the third world countries, guys.
Like, let's say for example, like, the different parts of Mexico that I've been to, right? Costa Rica, Colombia, Malaysia, Thailand. Some of the countries that I've been to, I swear to God, it's like, you go and a couple days in, you start waking up and you're more energized. You know what I'm saying? Your skin starts to clear up. And it's just like, you just start to feel better as a person. You know what I mean? Like when we went to Costa Rica, bro, I mean, the food wasn't necessarily Costa Rican cuisine, I'm not going to lie. It's not it's not something to write home about, right? But it just felt cleaner. And here we are pulling 5-mile hikes on a daily basis. We're flipping, we're walking, we're moving our bodies for hours a day. You know what I'm saying?
That's because you're on vacation.
No, yeah, 100%. I get it. But it's like what I start to notice, because I tell myself that, right? That it's because I'm on vacation, I have this newfound energy, right? Every time I come back, I'm so motivated to get up in the morning, get my day started, go kill the day. All it takes is 2 or 3 days, and I'm back into my old routine.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Completely normal.
And I feel disgusting again. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just it. And in my mind, it 100% has to do with the foods. And slowly but surely, I'm not trusting the foods that we are eating here in the States.
I see.
At all.
Are you talking about
Just flipping dumped all that on. Eat some fruit, my guy.
So are you talking about fruits like this?
I'm talking about everything.
Okay.
Everything few and far in between.
Yeah.
You know, because we understand certain things. Like if we go like, oh, you know, McDonald's, right? That's absolutely disgusting, right? But
I mean, it depends on the day.
yeah, right. Sometimes it hits the spot. But no, I meant disgusting in terms of your insides, right? But then, like, you know, there's videos that are coming out where people are buying fruit from Costco, for example, and like they're literally bending it like rubber.
Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
That's normal though.
Yeah, what is that?
It's just oxidation of the fruit. It's just like it's a normal thing.
Yeah, but why is that all of a sudden popping up as a trend now? Like, have you seen it?
It is a trend, but like that's been happening.
So
like I've gotten mangoes like that tons of times. It happens to all fruit.
Really?
Yeah. So I never think it's the food that's at fault. It's always the lifestyle. Because like you said, in Costa Rica, you do completely different things when you're here. You're more sedentary in the United States. You're working. You're more focused on what you're trying to do, make a living, or it's on vacation. Obviously, you'll have less stress. You'll be walking more. And on top of that, you probably won't be snacking as much. And why would you eat Oreos on vacation? You would rather have the country's food, which is probably more nutritious and probably, like you said, like made by hand and just more like
on the natural side.
Yeah.
I respect that. I respect that a lot because we are very sedentary here. And a lot of people, they don't have a proper routine for their exercise, nor do they have a proper routine for their nutrition either. So I do respect that answer. I just, once again, the concern becomes because, all right, so one of the businesses that I have, my brother and I, is we're involved in it. We have local raw honey, right? We know raw honey is a superfood, right? And so just because of the area that I'm in terms of business, and then we do the sugarcane as well, also superfoods, so many benefits, low glycemic index sugars, really good for you stuff, right? It allows us to kind of explore a lot more of the food industry and recognize there is a serious need, educational need, but then also just a revamp of our food industry in general, right? Because there's a lot of stuff that, once again, I personally believe there's a lot of stuff, even from as simple as our fruits and vegetables to our meats to whatever, everything. There's a lot of stuff that goes involved in the processing of these foods that when it enters the body just goes, I don't even know what the hell this is, right? But because your body is capable, it just nukes it with its stomach acids. It just nukes it. It's got to process it anyways. You know what I'm saying? It's got to break it down somehow. After it drops this nuke on it, when it finally gets to the intestines, there's no longer any nutrients for the intestines to process. So now it's just waste. All you did was fill your stomach, empty it.
Like for fruits and vegetables?
For everything.
I disagree. Everything has nutrients.
I would-
Just because it's not organic doesn't mean it's not healthy.
Well, I mean, then there's the whole question about organic, right? But I'd love to know, like, what makes you feel like you can trust the food industry?
The food industry gets a bad rep because of how like things are connected. But when it comes to just the nutrient part of or the nutrition part of the food, like that doesn't change. You know, at the end of the day, like I said, it's about the choices you eat or the choices you make to eat and just your overall lifestyle. Because you can eat healthy and still gain weight. You can do the keto diet, the carnivore diet, gain weight, get diabetes that way. So there's not necessarily a healthy way of eating for a blueprint. It's more so it depends on the individual, how active they are, what they choose to eat most of the time. Because like McDonald's once in a while isn't going to kill anyone.
100%.
Neither will it cause you to be unhealthy. If you have it maybe 5 times a week, 6 times a week, sure. Then we'll probably talk about your food choices. But one food or one ingredient does not define an overall health.
So, you know, that I've always been curious about that, even for my own personal journey, because I mentally get, like, I deal with this a lot where it's like, I'll go on this, like, clean. And then, like, I don't know, I just get weird about it sometimes. I'm just like, I'm tired of this. Like, I want to, like, try something else, you know?
Yeah.
And, like, it'll screw up the momentum a little bit. Is there, like, a line? Like, how do you even know? Because I know it's all about the calories, right? Like, it's, like, calories
When
in,
it
calories
comes to
out.
fat loss.
I see.
Yeah.
So how do you know, like, oh, hey, I could fit this meal into my, like, say I want to go eat something like Taco Bell.
Sure.
Like, I'm like, okay, can I actually do that? Like, how do I assess that?
You have like a calorie maintenance. Everyone has a calorie maintenance, and it's totally different. The average in the world, in the United States, is probably 2,000 calories.
Okay.
And that's amongst women to men. Whatever your weight is, your height, your lifestyle, and how active you are throughout the week will determine your calorie maintenance. And once you find your maintenance, anything below that, below what you eat, let's say yours is like 2,500. If you eat below 2,500, you lose fat. If you eat above 2,500 calories, you'll gain weight. So as long as you're eating under 2,500 calories, you should not be gaining weight.
So I can go eat donuts worth of 2,500
You can eat whatever you want within 2,500, but you won't get as many nutrients, which brings down your immune system and overall health.
Okay. So there is like a negative aspect.
And you'll probably even see like muscle atrophy because you're not getting the appropriate amount of.
Sure. And on top of that, you'll probably feel hungrier throughout the day, which means you'll probably eat more.
I see.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
No fiber, no protein, which causes like faster digestion, obviously.
And like the need to feel like you haven't had enough.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay, I see. So when it comes to like staying active, like is there like a recommended like, hey, do it 3 times a week, 4 times a week type of situation, or?
It'll depend on the individual. With my clients, with my weight loss clients, we try to average like 4 to 7K. And then if you can do more than that, awesome.
Per day?
In terms of steps.
Oh, all right.
Yeah. Sorry.
Let's go flipping
Steps.
running, dude.
And that's about like 2 miles.
I mean, dude, be real with me. Just walking down the hall to get to this dude's apartment
Dude,
was like
that was 1,000
like
steps. It was amazing.
every time, dude.
I'm like, bro, this is the entrance. Is there another elevator?
Huh?
There's
No.
oh my
Bro, I was driving over today, and I'm like, dude, I'm an idiot. I should have got my skateboard.
Dude, I was like, how do you do groceries?
Yeah,
do you have a cart?
Instacart,
He
man.
parks right here. He parks right here,
Instacart.
though. His parking spot's right there.
Yo, shout out $99 per year. Gets you free delivery. And can I tell you something? Not that this is sponsored whatsoever. I don't
Hey,
sponsor
but
this.
Instacart
Hey,
sponsor.
you totally should, because I spend a lot of money with you guys. But I've actually noticed, I know it's just a side conversation. So Uber Eats, man. Have you seen the spike in like prices on those apps?
I haven't, but I
He's
know.
not ordering it.
Yeah, I don't do that.
Yeah,
Just because like tip is like.
Bro, he's
No,
making
no.
Buffalo Wild
No,
Wings.
I know
He's
you're not.
ordering Buffalo Wild Wings.
True. I never make any food. I'm like the exact opposite of you. But I actually tested this. You want to hear a crazy thing? So like Papa John's, right? They have this like pizza thing, right? So there was this. If I go in store, it was $8 to buy. If I order it from Uber Eats to pick up, it was $22. And if I order it to Uber Eats to deliver, it was $36.
Oh no, for sure.
It's like a 400% increase.
No, 100%.
An $8 pizza
No, 100%. 100%.
became $36 before tax, before delivery, and before tip.
Oof.
Yeah.
No, and you know what the funny thing is on these apps, it's like, okay, well, let's look at it from the app's perspective, right?
Yeah.
We've completely cut out your expertise, by the way. We're going straight back to business.
We're still talking about food, though. It's still food.
Let's look at it from the app's perspective. They're like, listen, if we do a marginal increase on the item of the food that they're buying, then we can make sure we get our cut in order that we pay our delivery drivers well, right? But then what happens? It's not like the delivery driver is getting the full price because they take a cut from the delivery driver as well.
Right.
So it's like, yo, it's like y'all scamming from every direction, dude.
I mean, they do increase the price per item on the app.
100%.
Like it'll be $9
in store.
in store, and then it'll be $10 or $12 on the app.
Well, so I'm okay with like $1 or like a 5-10% increase, but when we're talking about 400%, I'm like, this is theft. Is this even legal?
Yeah.
You know?
But
Speaking of, the reason why I brought this up is because Instacart has a lot of fair prices. Anyway, back to our conversation. So, 7,000 steps a day.
4 to 7.
Sure,
4 to 7?
Yeah, depending on what you can do.
So here's the thing. So what if like a guy like me works from home? Like you think like it's like sometimes I can go a whole day and not move. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's very common.
Yeah.
Get your ass out.
I was thinking the same thing.
Get my ass
Yeah,
out.
yeah. Like you gotta move.
Yeah.
You know, whether it's like in the house, outside the house. Let's go ahead.
Has anybody ever done like a standing desk with a treadmill under it?
Ton of my clients do that.
No flipping
Yeah.
way. Like they'll legit be working at their desk and walking.
You've never seen that
It's
before?
harder to be productive.
No doubt.
Yeah, yeah. But you can do it while you're watching a show.
Like,
you know?
no.
Like if you're on a meeting, you can definitely do that. You know, turn off your camera, walk.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I thought
true.
about it because you said it's hard.
Imagine you're on a meeting and they're like, hey, "Okay, Adam, what are your thoughts?" You're like, "I think this is a really good idea."
I mean, you're not on an incline. It's a brisk walk.
Funny, dude.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
No, but incline walks are like goated.
They're tough.
The incline
get
walks
tough.
are goated. I
Yeah.
swear to God. Like
In terms of getting your heart rate up, it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
no, I mean I think when you compare like because obviously like a sprint you can't compare it to a walk in terms of like how effective it could be towards the body, right?
For heart health, yes.
For heart health, but also in terms of just like duration, right? Mm-hmm. What you would achieve in terms of what you would achieve in a walk in a long time, you can achieve in a sprint technically by some standard in a shorter time. Whatever the case is, once you turn that walk into an incline, whoa, man, it's flipping, it's nuts.
Oh.
By the way, a degree in kinesiology, exercise science.
Likewise.
Yeah, hell yeah, dude. Flipping, where at, dude?
Loyola Chicago.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Dude, Cal State Long Beach.
Bro, I mean, I didn't go to PT school. That's what I wanted to do.
That's what I wanted to do as well.
My GPA wasn't good enough, so.
COVID.
Oh, I see.
Because when you get a call from the clinic and they're like, hey, no, we can't do shadowing hours anymore, you're like, time to change the course of my life.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
Yeah. I think that was it.
Everybody went to Long Beach. I think I said Long Beach in it.
He got
You were about to
hyped.
say something.
No, he got hypes for you.
Oh, yeah. What about Long Beach?
I don't know.
No, then I thought you were going to have a reaction to that, but
Oh, no.
I misread it. But yeah, dude, sick, dude. That's
So
dope.
this guy, you play basketball, right? You played basketball professionally, didn't you?
I did.
Yeah, we're international.
I played in the ABA
Okay.
for 2 years for
All right.
Libertyville Vipers. And then I pursued professional basketball. Pursued that for about a year and a half while playing semi-pro. Got multiple offers, Mexico, Mongolia, and Cambodia. They were all turned down because they were paying too little.
Oh.
And I couldn't end my lease in Chicago when I was in Chicago at that time.
Yeah.
So I just couldn't commit to it.
Are you allowed to disclose like what the contracts were like? Like,
Yeah,
how much?
room and board. We get stipend for meals every day. It'll be like $80, like for breakfast, lunch, dinner. And then the highest number a month would be $1,800 a month.
I see. Okay.
Yeah, which wasn't enough to cover Chicago stuff.
Yeah.
And then my living over there. So it would have been tough for me financially.
Did you want to play in the NBA growing up?
Of course, every kid's dream, Every kid's dream.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's a kid's dream until you turn approximately about 10, I think, or 11.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm trying to remember when those like dreams for me like kind of not disappeared, but just like whatever. Like
this is where we start exercising our ability to throw out microaggressions.
I tried out for the NBA.
you did?
Did you actually? That's so
G League,
sick.
Windy City Bulls.
Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Yeah, I did not make it.
No.
Yeah.
Dude, it's tough.
Hey.
First of all, I didn't even pass the eye test when I got there.
No, but
Eye test meaning like,
No, that's racist, bro. They did you dirty on that one.
I mean, I get it.
Sorry. Listen, I'm colorblind too.
yo, I can't
No,
imagine.
but dude, I respect you trying out though.
Thank you.
That's flipping dope, dude. But like, so you didn't pass the eye test. What was the issue?
There's no issue. It was just like, no matter what my skill level is, let's say I'm just as good as the point guard that tried out next to me. If he is black or even white or has an inch on me, he'll be taking over me, most likely. And that's just how it works.
But I'm curious.
Bro, I heard it's like it's a lot harder than people think it is.
It is.
Like it's very,
Yeah,
very,
I mean,
very,
absolutely.
very tough.
Yeah.
No, I know it is, but like I think people think, oh, NBA is tough. But it's like no. It's like
I think
really
I get
hard.
what you mean. I think
You know what I
because
mean?
like most people who get into the NBA, they're like, yeah, dude, just put your head down.
Yeah, just grind it out.
Just grind it out. But it's like, no, there's a lot more details that go into it.
There's so many people who've grinded out and got nowhere.
I'm curious about this eye test because a buddy of ours, he got rejected from being able to serve for the police because he's colorblind. He went through the academy and everything,
really?
and then at the end of it, they were like, oh, you're colorblind? Get out. So what do you mean by eye
crazy.
test?
Eye test meaning like just looking at someone. Like let's say.
So do you have myopia?
No. Look, no. In terms of like a bias. So like when you.
I think they just looked at him and said they don't want
For example,
him.
if you're white, you're gonna be like, oh, if someone's white, you're gonna be like, oh, he can shoot well. He
Yeah.
can't dunk. He can't drive. That's an eye test. Or like if he
So they were racist.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
They were straight up 100% racist.
Wow.
Like I'm 6 foot. I'm Asian. I'm not like
He's not black.
You know.
Yeah.
So they're
yeah.
probably like automatically. He probably can't jump. He's probably smart.
Okay.
That's the eye test, right?
Probably a good coach. Put him on as a coach.
They're like, thanks for coming in today. You want an administrator job? We got
But yeah.
positions in finance. No,
Yeah.
okay, so okay, continue.
The eye test happens everywhere you go. Whether it's getting into Harvard, whether it's getting into workforce, or even like sports in general.
That's nuts. Okay, no, okay, I lost my train of thought on that, but that's crazy, dude. Oh no, I got it. So in terms of just like, because you said you tried out.
Yeah.
So how deep into the tryout did you go?
I went all 3 days.
So you actually did all of the metrics they were testing for.
Yeah, we did. It was basically like a combine scrimmages.
Right.
I had to pay. I think it was $325. That was the fee. To try out.
Yeah.
Usually agents or agencies cover that, but I didn't have one then, so I just paid out of pocket. But yeah, we did all the tests: vertical, slide test, sprints, etc. So I mean, we did it all.
And being realistic, how do you think you scored amongst everybody else?
Score, I was actually like in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah. Fitness, I always exceeded in.
Mm-hmm.
My vertical standing was 37, and the approach was 39, which is what they measured.
Okay.
But at the end of the day,
That's not bad though.
thank you.
Yeah.
My 39-inch vert doesn't compare to someone who's 32-inch,
Yeah.
but he's also 6'8".
That's facts.
So he's
Yeah.
launching from a lot higher.
Yeah. So
He's
that's
quicker.
actually.
He's quicker up there.
So it's really funny because I always think about this because our other co-host, he's 6'5".
Yeah.
Right. And him and I we've been homies for a long time, unlike this guy. But anyway, so we've played basketball a few times. This is that we've had our fair share of just playing different sports together, and it's funny because we both can grab the rim the exact same way. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
And he's had a very short period of time in which he could actually dunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But our vertical reach is exactly the same, but I'm 6 foot, he's 6'5". You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I always kind of just like, I look at him just like, yeah, I'm more athletic than you.
You are pound for pound.
Yeah,
pound you are.
absolutely.
To be able to do. Hey, bro, I'm not competing with you, bro. I used to try. I actually, when I was, 17, 18, I was, into parkouring for a while.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
That shit's hard.
What?
Yeah. For,
Off buildings
years. Yeah, off buildings and stuff,
and
yeah.
rails.
That's crazy.
And so I messed up my back even more, and, so I just stopped because it was just this is...
But your range of motion has to be really good.
Oh, yeah, so one of the things that I used to do a lot was try to, dunk. And I'm short. I'm 5'7", right? So I used to get literally... The closest I ever got was to the bottom tip.
Of the rim?
Yeah,
of the rim.
I respect that a lot.
So, but I was never able to fully arc it. But I've seen people my height pull it off. It's crazy. Those guys look like they're flying, man.
Right. I agree.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's nuts, dude. It's nuts. Actually, as a matter of fact, here's kind of a fun question. Because how long ago did you try out?
This was before COVID.
Just before COVID? Okay, so it's recent.
Yeah.
It's pretty recent.
Well, it happened during COVID too. So
Sick.
I became unemployed after. So
You were just like,
that's why I started making videos.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's what got you into social media.
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah.
If I'm
'cause I was
gonna
unemployed.
throw a Hail Mary, it might as well be now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, makes sense. So the what I'm curious about, because like, dude, holy smokes, I would say even before COVID, right? The buildup of like a high school player's social media revolving around their athleticism, and the buildup, and you see like all of these, you know, viral videos going out of like these kids who have insane potential and they're super young, right? Do you think that really has a huge effect on somebody's ability to really, you know, make it?
Someone else's ability?
Yeah, really anybody. Do you think it affected you? Do you think like that's kind of, because not really affected you, but because you had the experience of actually trying out.
Yeah.
Like, did you see how, like, in a sense, the level of competition is much higher than it maybe used to be, even a mere like 10 years ago?
Yeah, I think kids nowadays are so much more skilled than they were back in the day in all sports. There's so much more information. People know how to get to the right spots now. Like playing in college or at the next level is more, like people know more about it and how to do it.
Yeah.
Versus back then. So I feel like the level is definitely higher nowadays.
Why do you think that is?
It's like the social media thing, right? Like,
Has to be.
Like D1 or nothing, right? And I feel like D1 is like, or if just playing college is just like glorified. And playing after high school at any level, you should be thankful for, you know?
Yeah.
So
I think also just because of the fact that, you know, these clips go viral and people become superstars at a young age, even though they're literally not even playing professional. I think that allows younger and younger people to kind of just have like that visual learning, you know, because they're just so exposed to what they see, it registers better in their mind and they're able to perform it outwardly. Visual learning.
yeah,
really.
I mean, they're just
Kind of the
exposed
gist
to
of
more,
it.
like you said. Yeah,
Hell
just
yeah.
more exposure.
So you switched to food.
Yeah,
Why food?
Why
I was
not?
always, so it was first fitness, and
You were like a coach before, right?
I wasn't a coach during COVID and everything. I just became a coach for nutrition 2 years ago.
Nice. Okay.
But I switched to food because that's all I could do during COVID. It's what I was passionate about. And then I was also trying to lose my COVID weight. And so I was posting my progression, what I ate, and then randomly a video just took off, which was the Dairy Queen protein Oreo shake, or the Blizzard.
Fire.
And then after that, it just kind of like took off, and that's like what I stuck with.
So like, why were you even posting those videos? Just cause, like,
For accountability for myself,
Oh, okay.
to be on track, and to teach my friends, like, you don't have to just eat like chicken and broccoli. You can have this within your goals.
so you weren't even trying to like get.
I wasn't trying to
big
go
with it,
viral.
right?
No. I was just trying to, like, you know,
Have fun and just
Yeah.
Have fun with it, dude. Absolutely.
that's
So
cool.
I wasn't good at making videos. I didn't know anything about it. So
interesting.
yeah.
Now, did you choose that because you saw like there was like not so much saturation in that niche? Because I'll be honest with you, I feel like that specifically what you're doing, taking the popular foods and making it healthier. Yeah, we've seen it before, but there's not a lot who do it.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
I agree.
As
I mean, like-
compared to like the person who's like, oh, let's go try out my favorite restaurant today. Let's go try out this one, that one. It's like too many people have done that already.
Yeah.
You know.
For
so
sure.
it's like I feel like that's a little more niche.
For sure, it's niche, and I'm glad I chose this niche because it's two things everyone can relate to, whether it's fitness, health, or even food, or all three. So I think it ties well with everyone.
Hell yeah.
So at what point did this turn into like a business, or
Turn into a business probably July 2022. That's when I quit my private chef gig in North Carolina. I got hired through these two brothers. They're like the face of e-commerce. They saw my TikToks and they were like, can you just do what you do on TikTok for us full time? And I was in Chicago. And so they flew me out from Chicago to North Carolina to be their private chef.
how was that? That sounds like
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I cooked for 6 people.
How much do you get paid for something like that? How much does a chef? Because I've always been curious.
It differs.
Yeah.
This was a very unique contract. I was specifically for them and their families and their goals. It was 120 though. I made 120 in the year.
So like 3 6
120K.
weeks. Okay, nice,
Yeah, yeah,
nice.
yeah.
Oh, that's solid. They pay you out a month. So you get put on a retainer to work for the for like.
For those two, yeah.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Nice.
Groceries they cover.
Wow, okay.
I had a card, so.
What about cost of living?
That was on me. They covered the first 3 months as my trial.
Nice.
And then it was a trial for me, not for them, because they were like already bought into it. So after 3 months, I was like, "This is dope. I like it. This is a lot of fun." And they were like, "You can still do your content." I was like, "Dope."
That's a cool ass opportunity. I'm not gonna lie. That sounds like.
No, you ever see that guy who like posts his? He's the private chef for like some people.
Oh, in the Hamptons.
In the Hamptons,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
thank
yeah.
you, bro. Low key, like the only thing that I would have trouble with is obviously the cooking experience, but also the thing that I would have trouble with personally is like, because when I used to be a personal trainer, it's like sometimes my day would start as early as like 4 a.m., 6 a.m., average 9 a.m.
Yeah.
But it's like I have to be in the gym for the next 12 hours. You know what I mean? So the thing that really kills me about a job like that, even though it's so dope, it's like the fact that you're on other people's time. That's the part that gets to me.
No, I agree.
know?
And on
But
top
that-
of that, like stocking, prep, cleaning, like no one sees that, right? Everyone sees the final product.
Yeah.
All the before stuff is.
Were you
straight.
using like their kitchen or like your kitchen?
Yeah, I'll be in
of
their
course.
I'll be in their kitchen. If they have a schedule to be on, I'll cook in my kitchen, deliver it to them. Meetings, or if they're out of town, then I'll just be cooking for their wives.
Interesting.
So yeah,
So it takes 10 grand a month to get a private chef.
That's kind of dope, though. I'm not gonna lie.
it's probably less for if you're trying to hire.
He was able to.
I was
You were, like,
specific
unique.
because I had to track their macros too, calorie intake, the protein
Oh,
intake,
Wow.
what their goals were.
Right, 100%.
So I
Interesting.
did that for them.
Yeah, he was able to, and plus you had like I guess like the reputation, so you're able to make the demands.
Bro, I would love to hire somebody like that. Are you kidding me? Like that's the biggest thing I struggle
for
with.
sure.
Like
100%.
it removes all
I
the
think you
thinking.
can do it for 2 or 3K a month with groceries.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like at this point there's also like it wouldn't be full private. Like it would just be somebody who does this for a bunch of people.
Yeah.
You know, because a friend of mine, she does that.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
just
yeah?
has a chef. Yeah, they come in, they drop off the food for the week, and get good luck, have fun, or every couple days or something. You know.
That's cool stuff, man.
Yeah.
So okay, so you get into this like world of being a private chef for how long?
A year and a half.
Year and a half.
Yeah.
And so was this the only client you worked with?
2 clients.
Okay.
Essentially, 2 clients, and then they had total of 6.
Okay.
The 2 brothers lived in separate houses, obviously, with their wives and kids and stuff like that, and their nannies. So I cooked for them too. But yeah, it was just them.
So I'm curious if you look back and you like kind of think about the path you moved towards. If somebody were to ask you like, how'd you do it? Like, do you have a way to explain or something to break down that someone can like
How
maybe?
I got to my position?
Well, yeah, because it's like kind of like, oh, I'm in basketball, and then now I'm like this private chef making 6 figures, whatever, which like somebody's dream job for some. That's a lot of people, you know.
Yeah.
Especially because like, sure, you are on someone else's time, but you're still kind of exclusive. Like, you're not 9 to 5ing, your ass off. So
Yeah.
and then like you get into content, and then just things flow for you. I know a part. I could sense a part of you was just kind of testing things and just going with the flow. But I'm curious if you were to look back and like study like your behavior, can you pinpoint a certain characteristic that you have that maybe have got you to this point?
Not doing it for the money.
Uh-huh.
When I was pursuing basketball, I didn't make shit. Can I cuss on here?
That's fine. We try to keep it limited, but it's okay sometimes.
I didn't make crap.
Yeah.
And so like money was never a priority. It was more so I want to do something that's not 9 to 5. I've had a 9 to 5 after college. Not for me. So I tried to do something I could commit to that I was passionate about. And if it made money, awesome. I'd rather make a lower amount but work for myself.
Uh-huh.
That was like
So
the biggest
are you one of those guys that believes that passion is like a driver to things?
Yeah, but there's also a time to cut it off, I feel like.
Uh-huh.
Like basketball for me there was a time
To
that
stop?
Yeah.
I see. Was it tough, that switch? Did you feel like, oh man, I worked so many years and I'm nowhere now? Like,
No, because I gave it a try. I gave it a shot. And now that I'm 30, I can look back and not regret it. So I have no regrets about pursuing basketball. I did the best I could in terms of pursuing it, and with the resources that I had, I think I made the most out of it. So.
No, I mean, I didn't.
No, I respect it.
I didn't go to basketball.
That's a hell of a life path, bro.
That's
so dope.
When I was a child, I got a bad back injury, and I remember like telling myself, "Whoop, can't do any sports, can't become a surgeon, can't do a lot of stuff," because it just ruined me in a lot of ways. So I never got to experience that. But if I always wanted to, I loved soccer growing up. Soccer was my thing. It's a lot of fun. But I think it's freaking awesome. So now you're a content creator online and you push out a lot of food content. Dude, I watch your stuff in the middle of my work day. I'd be scrolling on IG.
I thought he was about to say in the middle of the night. He's just sitting there.
Oh, no. I'm scrolling on IG and I see him cooking. I'm like, man, I'm hungry. I got to eat.
Of course.
I was going to say, dude, you guys trying to get in and out? Or you guys trying to make in and out?
That's what I'm saying, bro. He can make everything. But, did you have previous business acumen?
No.
Okay, so how did you learn,
It's on the fly.
How did you learn to, take this and monetize? You're making money off of your brand, obviously, right?
Yeah.
So, how does someone even do that? Because somebody's like, oh, okay, cool, I got views, but now what?
I've had to ask a lot of people that were also in the space too. Unfortunately, a lot of people were new to this because the content creation space was so new, right after COVID, it became saturated, and no one really knows what the price or how to monetize besides OG YouTubers. So it was kind of like a learn as you go type thing, and you got to learn quick or else you're going to get left behind. And so I just committed to learning the business side of it, getting people's experiences, and just trying to apply it to me,
Do you like it? Is it something that you see yourself doing for a long time?
I'm very thankful for what I do every day.
That's good.
Very thankful.
That's cool.
Yeah.
No, I think it's you should do it too. Start becoming a chef online.
Thanks, Papa.
Yeah, no problem.
I'm down, dude.
Just show off your honey. Be like, hey guys, you want some honey?
No,
I
you
got
know
some
what,
honey.
dude? I'm really trying to boost the content for both pages, for both businesses. But I always find myself in these tricky situations where it's I'm not able to delegate enough of my daily tasks, so I'm not able to focus enough time on my on the content side of things. But I'm slowly working at it. I think it's cool.
Nice.
Plus, the sugarcane especially is very attractive. The sugarcane, I feel just the element of the making of the drinks, it has virality naturally into it. And then even the juicing of the cane. And why are we still talking about sugarcane, bro? Anyways,
I don't know.
Shout out Coastal Cane.
Feeding the canes, bro.
So much, man. That's dope, though.
So I'm curious. So going back, when it comes to food intake, because I hear so many different things and stuff like that, and then also balancing your workout, and then balancing, I guess, you're moving, stuff like that. Do you have to do healthy food, workout, and move? Obviously you're going to be moving while working out, but I mean have movement throughout the day, or can you get away with say if you work out heavy but then don't eat too healthy, which one would you prioritize, or is it all very equal?
It depends what your goal is. So
what about just a normal
you want to maintain what you have and be healthy, have all the blood levels correct for your doctor and good physical, that
yes let's shoot for that.
Eat at a maintenance. You'll have to know what your maintenance is, and I'm a big believer in tracking, and you don't have to do it forever. But if you track what you eat, you'll kind of know how much you can eat, what a portion size is, and then go off of that. Eat at a maintenance. Get in some activity. It doesn't have to be every day. It can be walking. It can be lifting. Whatever will help you stay on that track. So the most sustainable, whether it's playing your sport, etc. And then getting your micronutrients through food. And then obviously your macronutrients as well, protein, carbs, fats. Get enough and you'll be just fine. As long as you don't overeat for a long period of time, which is what a lot of people in the United States do, while staying sedentary, you'll be totally fine.
All right, so what about the people who are yeah, dude, I just exercise hard so I can eat whatever the hell I want?
It's always hard to out-train a bad diet, right? Because 500 calories of a workout
is a lot.
Is a lot of time.
It's a lot of
so
time.
much.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Especially lifting, because lifting doesn't burn that many calories.
Oh, yeah, straight up.
So 500 calories can be 1 cookie, 2 cookies.
You know how I learned that lesson? I remember one day, like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, I'm like lifting. I'm like, oh my God, it's just the craziest lift of my life. Like, holy crap. And I'm like feeling dizzy, about to vomit. Oh, I can't do this anymore. I look at my Apple Watch, and it said like I burned like 136 calories. I'm like, what? What do you mean?
Hilarious. Yeah, the amount of fruit y'all ate is probably... it's
Can you get fat from fruit?
You can get fat from any food if you eat too much of it, in terms of calorie-wise. But it's just hard to overeat fruit, you know?
Yeah.
There's so much fiber.
I mean, I like watermelon, man.
Watermelon is really low calorie.
Watermelon.
No,
Imagine you get fat from watermelon.
I mean...
Like, yo, how'd you gain your weight, bro? I just eat a lot of watermelon.
You'd probably have some other issue happen to you from too much watermelon before you start gaining weight from watermelon. You know what I mean? Because if you overeat or overconsume anything,
it's bad.
Too much of that nutrient could become poisonous.
Anything.
So it's like...
Overhydration.
So interesting.
Too much fiber.
Yeah.
Overhydration is the funniest thing that I've ever... Like, the idea that everyone shares the same story. There was some guy who, like, drank 6 gallons of water and died. It's like... Huh? Like, who would have thought that'd ever be humanly possible?
Yeah. I mean, same people that do, like... that hear, like, wine is healthy for you. And they drink 8 glasses.
Yeah.
That's not healthy. Like, if you're trying to get your vitamins, like your B12 vitamins from wine, you'll need probably like 8 glasses of wine to get your dosage.
Oh, yeah?
And then once you get your dosage, we have more problems than just your vitamin B12.
The vitamin B12.
You probably have an alcoholic issue.
Yeah. You probably have your keys in your hand. You should put them down.
Yeah.
I'm gonna open the subject up because I find this interesting.
Oh, please do. Dude.
Yes. So you're into bodybuilding, right? Do you lift?
Fitness, yeah. Not bodybuilding. Bodybuilding's like...
Oh, I guess.
I can never do it.
Lift?
I lift.
Do you exercise?
Of course.
You hit the gym?
Yeah.
Do you do more like an athletic type of training, or like basketball drills related, or like weightlifting towards?
I'll do it all.
You do it all.
Strength, endurance.
What's your question?
Multiplanar. Let him eat, bro.
No, because I interrupted his question, so I figured he'd be. You got to be ready right on the bat, bro.
Oh man, I'm like, you know what? You interrupted. Let me just eat a watermelon. What are your thoughts on in performance enhancing drugs?
Ooh.
Like steroids?
Yes.
In terms of what? In terms of bodybuilding? Great. I mean, you need it. You need to be in that category and to compete and to go for your pro card, you have to take steroids.
Okay. I think from that, you can kind of determine his answer for overall as well.
Well, how about, say, like hormone optimization?
Yeah.
That whole thing. So like getting on like TRT if you have like low testosterone. So it's not necessarily to compete, but more so to live a healthier, quote unquote, natural life.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? Do you think that's good for your long term? Do you think it's like terrible? Because like there's so many different opinions on whether or not TRT is a good thing or not.
If you have the correct dosage and is monitored by a medical professional, then I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Especially if it's with your quality of life, because you want the best quality of life while you're on this earth.
Do you ever watch those like exercise, like quote unquote scientists on YouTube? You know, what's his name? Jeff Nippert, I think that's his name. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe. I'm probably seeing it around.
So he'll get on like, obviously he's like a big YouTuber, but they'll start talking about like the science and the breakdown of things, right? Because there's a lot of people of the opinion that stuff can like shorten your life or cause like heart diseases and stuff like that. I'm not sure if you've ever like done any research around that topic or what you have an opinion on that.
I haven't. But before optimization of a muscle group when you're working out, that should be one of the last things you should worry about. You should more so worry about your consistency, how often you go to the gym, and form, your volume, and just finding the right schedule for you.
So you're more into literally just the nutrition aspect.
Yeah, I'm not certified or haven't gotten my certification in like PT.
Yeah. No, I'm always curious to ask people who are like in that space.
Since you are a big fan of nutrition,
isn't this stuff dank?
Phenomenal. Since you are in, nutrition is your kind of your go-to thing.
Yeah.
Similar question to his. How do you think somebody through either nutritional hacks, as in like, I'm talking like maca root, lion's mane, stuff like that, those type of nutrients, versus everyday consumables, how would you say it's best? What's the best way for somebody to optimize their hormonal levels through like consumables from everyday stuff?
Is that even a thing, by the way? Because I also hear like some people like food, like, yeah, bad if you eat terribly, sure, your hormones can go like off. Right?
Yeah. But I'm talking like, I've always been a big fan of doing research on like I said, like maca root. You know, we've all heard of I don't know what you guys, Tangat Ali. What's the other one? I keep forgetting. But there's a bunch of like stuff that just like, I guess like there's this research behind them where it's like, oh, if you consume this, it's gonna help boost your testosterone levels, right?
Yeah.
And there's so many of them, right? So I do believe through certain consumables, not just from, you know, a standard clean healthy diet, but even adding certain things to your everyday diet, it could really help optimize your hormones.
Sure.
And so what do you know and what would you recommend?
If those supplements, they're called a supplement for a reason. They're not anything you should have as a main source. So if you are not getting your dietary fats or have a balanced diet to start with, then you should not be getting those products at all. You should be focusing on the basics and what you can do to fix what is, I guess, the issue with you. Yeah, at the end of the day, companies are trying to sell product. Like, for example, AG1 green powders. Like, if you are getting your fiber and your vegetables from a powder, then we have other issues.
That's a problem. Yeah.
Like, you're an adult, eat your vegetables, fruit, and get it through that way. And on top of that, it's cheaper. It's cheaper. Yeah.
It's cheaper. What do you mean? Like long term? Like hospital
financially,
bills?
like I mean, like AG1 is probably like $50.
Oh, okay,
right?
okay.
Fruit, vegetables.
Imagine $50 worth of fruit, bro. Like low key, that's
these days
right here.
probably half this plate. Not even probably a quarter, depending where you shop.
That's a good point. That's a good point, though.
Yeah.
In terms of, I guess, from like, you know, if it's a monthly supply or whatever.
Okay, hey, I'm gonna throw at you something. So, say somebody is broke, doesn't have money, and can barely afford, like, you know, I mean, they have money enough to like get along and maybe eat like Taco Bell or something, right?
Yeah.
They don't know how to cook. It's not their thing. What do you suggest for those kind of people?
Assembly stuff.
Assembly stuff.
Assemble. So don't cook. Assemble. Assemble meaning like sandwiches, wraps, making like a tuna salad. You don't need to cook to have nutritious food. You can also do like, I don't know, buy a crust or a bread from somewhere and make like pizza toast, you know, cheese, sauce, your protein, whatever. And just honestly assemble if you don't have time to cook. Yeah. If you're on a budget, there's always budget friendly stores. Aldi, what's another one? Like 99cent. Like
I haven't been to a 99cent in a while.
Yeah. But yeah.
Bougie guy right here.
No, what?
You're
no,
one? Is that your spot?
No, I've never been there either.
Listen, if he lived in LA, I promise you, if he lived in LA, this guy would make sure he...
I just dropped the whole
You flustered him.
If this guy lived in LA, I promise you, he would never choose an apartment unless it was right above an Erewhon, and he would still pay for delivery. This guy's bougie.
I like it.
Oh,
you have a
he's dying
standard.
to go, probably.
Huh?
You have a standard. That's good.
Dude, low-key, I'm trying to get our honey into Erewhon.
Erewhon's very picky about what they have in their store.
No doubt, but they also have certain brands that are just like, as a honey producer, I look at the brands that they do have and I'm just like, that one's cool, that one, you know?
What makes it not cool, you think?
So when it comes down to the honey industry, right, there's a fun fact that most people should know. That fun fact is that the honey that you can buy off of the shelf if we look at the historical amount of honey that has been produced and that is sitting on shelves, it's larger in terms of sheer quantity than the honey that has been produced by bees.
Yeah.
So that's a very big concern, right?
Sure.
So imagine it's like, do I need to try to come up with an example? Or
No.
you get the idea.
I think we all
Cool?
understand.
Okay, cool. I was
Like, where are you getting the honey from, bro?
I was about to make a weird example, but I'm like, let me just pass on that. So it's like, cool, there's a fun fact for you, right? So then it becomes very concerning. And then you find out another fun fact. Hey, the FDA allows corporate honey companies to add up to 30% syrup into their honey and still label it as pure. And you're like, what the flip am I even consuming at this point? You know what I mean? How much of that is high fructose corn syrup, right? And then there's like other fun facts where it's like, hey, they recognize as a corporation, because they spent millions and billions on consumer sciences, they recognize, hey, people don't want to look at a jar of honey and be like, why is this different color from that one? Why does it have a different texture? Why is it different flour? What's all this garbage? So what they do is they go, okay, we're just going to get our hands as much honey as we can. We're going to dump it all together, mix it all together. And then we need to add chemical components in order that it becomes one color. Mm-hmm. But when you take honey from nature, it has all these different shades and varieties. You know what I'm saying? So they need to add this chemical component in order that it has a consistent color. They cook the hell out of it in order that it has a consistent texture, and then it doesn't crystallize. And then they start bottling it, whatever. Cool? And so you sit there, and once again, as a honey producer, I look at the honey industry and I'm just like, that's disgusting. What are they feeding people? You know what I mean? And then, from a marketing standpoint, that's where I start to ask the question. It's like, what other foods are going through stuff like this? And that's why like I kind of went hard on like the whole thing of not trusting the food industry. And then once again, from a marketing standpoint, it's like, okay, well, that makes us different, right? How can we be different? And so it's
Are
really,
you plugging yourself in? This is like the fourth time you've plugged yourself in on this podcast, bro.
Fifth one's coming up. Anyways, so it's like, what's it called? And so it's like, okay, well, me as somebody, if somebody asks me, hey, how do I get good, solid, raw honey, then it's like, dude, figure out who the source is and then figure out who has the connection directly to the source, right? To get it straight from the bees, right? And so that's why even looking at something like Erewhon, and I can look at some of the brands that they may carry, and it's like, I'm down to ask the harsh questions. Because I have that experience.
Yeah.
So,
to be fair, GMO has been able to make more food for us and more affordable, which has improved people's health when it comes to vegetables and fruits and other goods. So
it's interesting because like I feel like it's just the red pill community, man. Like that community of people who are just willing to go against the vibe. There's a lot of like social media people these days coming out and saying like there's a lot of like weird stuff in your food. I didn't even know about the fruit stuff until you brought it up. Because like I just when the fruits are like you were talking about, yeah. So
it's normal.
Yeah, that it's normal.
Yeah,
I had no idea. That's a thing.
Yeah,
I've never seen that. Like I've never. What is this? All of a sudden, people just start posting about it now. Like,
yeah, I get it all the time from mangoes.
Really?
Yeah.
And we just throw it out, or like what?
Yeah, just like whatever, bad mango, whatever.
Okay, that's interesting. So, all right, talk us through some like misconceptions of this world. So, like things that people think are true but aren't, or vice versa.
There's no such thing as a good and bad food. There's no such thing as a clean food. No superfood.
There's no such thing as a superfood.
Well, okay, so hold on, break this down for us.
Now we're gonna fight, dude.
No, break this down for us. So, there's no such thing as clean or bad food.
Yeah.
So what do you like?
So let's take Diet Coke for example. A lot of people label that as bad because of aspartame, right? But the dosage to have effects of aspartame, you would need probably like 30 cans a day for about a month straight, and no one's doing that.
And then you'll start pissing blood.
Yeah.
Sorry, I know that was random. A homie of ours,
Uh-huh.
he had this phase in like middle school where he was like, I can't drink water, bro. I can only drink soda. Until he started pissing blood, and he was like, all right, maybe I should back off, you know? But anyways, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, but Diet Coke's like 98% water. But anyways, if that Diet Coke is helping you stay on your diet, lose weight, curbs any like reason for you to overeat, and that leads to weight loss, fat loss, better cholesterol levels, better blood levels overall, then that food is no longer bad for you. That has improved your quality of life, and you are healthier. Same goes with like McDonald's French fries, right? If that order of fry will help you stay on your diet because it like helps you adhere to it, and it continues your track to lose weight and encourages you to eat healthier throughout the week, then that McDonald's fry isn't bad. If anything, that's healthy for your overall diet. So it's not bad. It's just not as nutritious as an apple. That's the only difference.
What are your thoughts? So I know you brought up Diet Coke. We'll go back to the misconceptions in a second, but Diet Coke versus regular soda.
Yeah.
Do you think there's a difference?
In terms of
So like
what's
because
better
you
for
know like when people say like, oh, your brain reacts to it the same because it's still quote unquote thinking it's sweet, so you're like not really getting diet benefits.
That's so stupid.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like it's 0 calories. There's no way you can gain weight from it. It's
You know,
impossible.
Like there's a
about-
placebo effect to
No, like because it has like the sweeteners in it, right? Like so your mind thinks it's actually like sugar. And so it's not like helping your insulin levels or anything like that. Like it's the same thing as drinking regular soda.
If anything, it doesn't
From
raise
a
your,
sweetness, from like a sugar.
it doesn't raise your insulin level. It has no sugar. It's impossible.
Right. Because you got
I don't know. I'm not an expert in this.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
You can't really do a placebo effect because insulin is only triggered when there is a high level of glucose in your sugar, in your blood.
It just depends on the individual. Like if sugar makes you want more sugar, then probably limit it. If having like something sweet or sugary curbs the rest of the stuff, then have it. You know.
So are you against like completely like 100% no cheat meals, like kind of military your way through it type of mentality, or?
There's a time and place for that.
Okay.
Some people function better like that. Like they got to dial in or else they'll fall off. And then some people need that balance of I need a break here and there in order for me to
Keep going.
So it just depends on the individual. I know a lot of guys just grind it through. I'm like a grind it through type of person. As you look like you are too, actually. Like just grind it through, like no breaks.
I can definitely, if I have a set goal and there's something I'm trying to achieve, then yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Otherwise, 90% of the time, I don't give a flying F about anything. I'll be honest.
So yeah, it just depends on the individual.
Yeah. Okay, so misconceptions. So what else?
Sugar and carbs make you gain weight, which is completely false. Carbs and sugar are just easy to overeat, which means you'll probably overeat in calories because it's just delicious. Who doesn't like carbs, fats, and sugar, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
So, but like, do you think like, I think it's because it's the sugars, right? Because like you'll get like a small piece of cake that has like 700 calories in it, right? It's just the mix that they put in it.
And honestly,
you can easily overeat like with desserts and stuff.
Yeah. And Americans don't overeat carbs. They overeat fats.
Huh.
Like people think it's the carbs. It's the burgers, the ice cream, the desserts, cookies. They all have butter. They're fried. Oils. They're all fats. If anything, they're overeating that versus overeating carbs. Sure, like cookies and ice cream and all that, they have carbs, but they also have a high amount of fat.
Okay, so I want to actually go back to the point since you mentioned fats. I want to go back to the point of you saying there's no such thing as good foods and bad foods.
Yeah.
So how would you compare a cow milk butter versus a vegetable-based margarine?
One is so from the cow butter, it's probably slightly more nutritious in terms of vitamins and stuff like that and minerals versus the vegetable one. In terms of calorie wise, they're probably the same because they're both fats.
Right.
But yeah, if you're getting your source of vitamins from butter, then we have other problems. You know what I'm saying? You should get your vitamins from vegetables, proteins, like meats.
Okay, so for something like in the case of butter, it's like it should be used in a small quantity anyways.
Right.
So it's like it doesn't really matter if it's vegetable or cow milk.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, and since we're talking about vegetable oil, seed oils are not bad for you.
No?
No. Food that is made with seed oils aren't nutritious. Fried chicken, fried Oreos, French fries. Fast food uses seed oils. Chinese takeout uses seed oils. But that doesn't make seed oils bad. It just makes the overall dish not as nutritious.
It's like boba.
Yeah. And it's calorie dense, high in fat, probably minimal protein. So it's not the seed oil. It's not the one ingredient. It's the entire thing. And if you overeat that, you're probably going to overeat calories, probably get hungrier throughout the day because you don't have as much fiber, not as much protein. So it's just easier to overeat. So it's at the end of the day, it's about your overall intake and not that specific ingredient or food.
I like the perspective you have on this stuff, to be honest, because like in my mind, it's kind of just like
It's a bit more relaxed.
it's killing you. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah,
it's a lot more
more
relaxed.
relaxed.
Absolutely, it's a lot more relaxed.
It's not killing you. It's
It's
not as
just
nutritious.
not helping you.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
just
yeah.
not helping you.
But you can always
Isn't that the same thing? Like, not nutritious is just bad food?
no, because like I said, if that bad food is helping you stay on your overall diet, then it's good for you. If that bad food
for some
isn't-
people, it's good food.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, what's the thing is the main thing, especially from like any nutritionist perspective, the main thing is that you're getting enough of the things you're supposed to get. You know what I'm saying? You're getting enough of it. And that's why he keeps referring back to like, hey, dude, if you're getting your main source of XYZ from this and that, this is a problem. Go figure out your main courses.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the supplements. Go figure out your main courses first. Get all that in check. And then we can talk about throwing in a bag of chips every once in a while, having a cookie every once in a while.
Yeah.
You know?
What if you're kind of like at a point where you're stuck? Maybe like you're on Adderall for so long and you just haven't really been eating. I'm being serious. Like you know, you're haven't been.
Came out of nowhere. I love it.
No. I mean, it's just things that I've seen friends, I've seen other people experience, etc. Like, you know, I've gone through certain digestive issues and stuff. Well, like, you know, you go for a while where like you just get your body used to just like not eating, right? And you're just not functioning properly.
Yeah.
Or maybe you're overeating too much and
Sure.
you're like, damn, I don't know how to slow down. Like, how do you click that hard reset? Like, what is there like a strategy that you recommend people to follow?
No, everyone's different. With my clients, we analyze what you do, what you like to do in a routine, and then we adjust. We don't change anything in terms of like behavior or like just 180 switch. We slowly implement and we add things. The more we add to your lifestyle, the more things will drop. So like if you add more protein to your diet, you're probably going to eat less fat and carbs because you added more protein. If we added more fruit to your diet, you're probably going to eat less sugar throughout the day because you've already had sugar.
That's an interesting way to look
You
at
know?
it. So you're pushing the crap out, like by
Yeah.
adding the good stuff in.
Right.
Huh.
It just automatically just falls off. The more you exercise, the less you snack because you're less in your house, and that's 1 hour less of going through your pantry. You know what I'm saying? You just add, and then
BB
everything else
doesn't need
falls
an hour.
off.
BB is good, like in 5 minutes. He
I
walks
need-
into the pantry, it's done.
I need snacks.
Yeah.
No, but I like that too because it's like, think about it. If you're gonna make a plate of food and the majority of it is protein, you just literally have less room in your stomach.
That's actually, I never thought of it that way because you always
Yeah.
think of like, oh, I have to cut foods out.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I
Right.
have to, like, I can't go to my favorite food spots anymore. I can't do these things. And it's so dreadful. You know, you're like, I don't want to do this. This is stupid. But instead, if you approach it from like no, just keep eating that, like, but let's add this instead on these times.
Yeah. And you're
Just
going
do
to
me
eat
a
less of
favor.
it automatically.
Yeah. You're going to by yourself not want to do it.
So you mentioned we don't necessarily add we don't implement like these huge changes in a person's life because they already have their routines. What if somebody tells you, hey, I actually really don't have good routine schedules and I don't have the proper discipline to just sit down and like add this to my life?
Yeah.
How would you recommend, almost in a sense, forcing that new routine or that new habit into someone's life?
We find out what they like,
Mm-hmm.
and then we just keep it as simple as possible for them. So like if they don't like vegetables, we won't add vegetables. We'll figure out all the small stuff first, and then we'll slowly introduce vegetables. Or we'll find a way to hide vegetables in their food to get more nutrients, whether it's like blending it up or putting it in a smoothie that you can't taste, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But mostly it's just like adjusting to their lifestyle. And then soon enough, we'll introduce these things as you get acclimated to your new routine.
No, I love this approach. You're meeting them where they're at, and you're taking them to where they need to get to. You know, which is awesome. I feel like every person should approach it that way, because seriously, because like it's viewed as like a inconvenience.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially because like healthy food's hella expensive too, like so expensive these days. You know, to go out and like.
I mean, food in general is expensive now, I feel
It
like.
is. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys want to know? You want to hear something insane? So I'm on TikTok yesterday, and this like video pops up, and it was this guy who was like talking about how he had like a purchase order from Walmart that he had like a cart, like a screenshot of a cart that he had back in 2022, 2 years ago. Okay, it was like 40 something items, and the total was $160 or something
I saw
like
that.
Yeah,
I saw that.
And today he went to go reload those same items, and the total came out to $440.
That's crazy.
Fudge, dude.
Dude.
But here's the thing, though.
400%. It's nuts.
But back to the conversation from earlier, I don't know if that's necessarily the cost of like the items themselves, or they just increase the cost of the service.
No, this is Walmart.
Yeah, doesn't Walmart also have like a delivery service?
No. It's just Walmart. It's straight from Walmart.
It's free on the app.
It's free on the app. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's
Like a
just the
pickup?
items.
Yeah.
Yeah.
/ inflation.
Yeah, dude, inflation's a huge thing. Because I've been telling my family, I'm like, guys, no. I can't pinpoint where, but holy crap, like things have gotten a lot more pricier.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I used to go out like have lunch for myself. It's like, all right, yeah, 20. Maybe if I'm gonna really like take myself out, like $50, you know. But now like I go spend $50 on one meal, like easy.
You're not even full.
Like I'm not even full. Like I'm
Right.
barely getting started. I'm like, what?
I mean, McChicken isn't even $1 anymore, so I mean, that was very sad.
Yeah.
That was very sad.
For me, it was a spicy chicken from Carl's.
I've never had Carl's / Hardee's.
Really?
Yeah.
Never? That was like...
Fire.
No, that was my... because I used to run track.
Uh-huh.
In high school, that was our track and cross-country guilty pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because there was one down the street from high school. And so, bro, I used to... The craziest I think I ever went was like... It was an order of fries and four spicy chickens.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine, dude. Best $6 meal you'll ever have. It was too much.
That sounds good right now.
Huh?
That sounds good right now.
Yeah, right?
So we got a question from the audience. If you should wash your chicken, like raw meat before you cook.
Wash your chicken.
I don't.
You don't wash your chicken.
I don't wash my chicken. You can.
Okay.
What does that even mean? Hold on.
Wash your chicken.
The raw chicken.
Like-
before
You know
you
what?
cook
Hold
it?
up. I don't think I wash my chicken either, to be honest.
All the bacteria is going to cook off anyway.
Right.
But I mean, if you want to take more safety precaution, wouldn't be a bad idea.
To do it.
Yeah, but I just...
So I guess do whatever you want.
I saw this TikTok. I saw like all the white people don't wash their chicken, and all like the minority people, they wash their chicken.
Really?
Yeah,
What do you think it is?
I guess I'm white.
Yeah, yeah, I mean, you live in LA, bro.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it might be like a wash your rice type thing too. You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
similarity. I wash my rice, by the way.
All right. You wash your rice, so you don't wash
Yeah.
your chicken?
Yeah.
Damn, bro. Poor chicken.
Wait, did you say minorities don't wash their chicken, or
No,
they
they
do?
do.
They
They
do.
do.
White
Yeah,
people
yeah.
don't, bro.
Interesting.
I've seen my mom
No,
wash
no,
her
it-
chicken.
I've
for
seen
sure.
white people not wash their hands.
White
a
people don't
bigger
wash
concern.
other stuff, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff they don't wash. But they never mind. No, but that made me think of another good question. What do you think of I don't know, misconception or not, but what do you think of the whole idea that microwaves completely kill the nutrition of food?
Wait, that's a thing?
You've never heard that before?
Nope.
That like
I
using a
don't-
microwave like nukes all of the nutrients out of food.
I don't think it nukes it. If anything, you will still get the benefits of broccoli, even if you microwave it.
Yeah.
It might be slightly less, just like when you boil broccoli, some of the nutrients come out. But that doesn't mean it does. It makes it less healthy.
You still get what you get out
It
of
doesn't
it.
make it less of a broccoli. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? We're gonna ask this question and we can wrap the podcast up because this is the most important question in the entire podcast.
All right.
Is there a way? Is there a way?
Get ready for an insignificant question.
Is there a way? Why'd you ruin it, bro?
No.
God damn it, man! Come on, man. Is there a way I can eat mac and cheese for the rest of my life and stay fit?
100%.
Dude, oh my
100%.
god! Like, how often can I eat mac
With
and cheese?
unwashed chicken, you're fine, dude.
I assume you want a large amount.
I mean, the more the better, man.
Yeah. I have 3 mac and cheese recipes. That are like high volume. It tastes great.
Yeah.
You won't get as much nutrients as you would if you were to do like chicken and like ground beef, right?
Nice.
But as long as you're getting your nutrients,
Yeah.
getting your fiber, your protein, and you can fit in mac and cheese in your day, then by all means.
Damn. This is a great. Tell me. Hey, come here. Sit down. What are you doing? What are you doing? I don't have mac and cheese in the closet.
But there are protein versions of mac and cheese.
I do got pasta though. I do got pasta.
Yeah, dude. Chickpea pasta for the mac, and then just flip in. What kind of cheese would you recommend?
I would blend cottage cheese. Use like cheddar seasoning, 0 calories. Salt, and then garlic if you want. Mac and cheese right there. That's high in protein. It's less fatty, and you can get your other vitamins or micronutrients that you aren't getting from your mac and cheese from other foods. So like if you're having less fat or less vitamin C, get it from an orange, get it from salmon, whatever. But as long as you're getting those nutrients on top of a food that's less nutritious and you have a good balance of it, you'll be totally fine.
I love my mac and cheese. And listen, bro, tell me
and
this
cheese is
isn't the
gas.
best way to end this podcast.
Hold on, I have other questions.
For everyone.
Go ahead.
Oh man, mac and cheese, bro.
Mac and cheese is really good ending, especially mac and cheese.
Damn
and
it, guys!
steak.
Look, like everybody's now ready to
I
go
have-
make
I
some
have
mac and cheese, and you're like, no, let's ask more
I have a
questions.
couple questions though. Question number 1.
Sorry, guys, you can wait for your mac and cheese later.
I have a question for you too.
Oh shoot, I guess.
Yeah,
we're
sorry,
waiting for a
guys.
while.
Sorry,
And it
guys.
is so that it's the last thing.
Yeah.
So a couple questions. One, what do we think of Liver King, dude? No, actually, you know what? I don't care for Liver King
Wait,
himself.
what?
I don't care for Liver King himself. What do you think of what he preaches?
In terms of like,
In terms of just like the primal, the uncooked animal organs and
Yeah.
like raw meat and stuff like that. What do you think of what he preaches?
one is very privileged because the
Damn.
thing he eats, it's the freshest of the freshest organs.
Right.
And 90% of the world cannot afford that, let alone have a private chef, let alone even know where to get that stuff. So that's the privilege that he comes from. 2, I think organs and all those meats have like an immense amount of vitamins, but you can also get those vitamins from other foods too. Like oranges aren't the only foods in the world with vitamin C. Like you can get vitamin C from a whole bunch of places. And so he is preaching that, I feel like, where you can also apply that and get it from other sources of food. And on top of that, he kind of is a person that sells product. Like he's not jacked like that because of what he eats. Like he's on test.
Yeah.
That guy's on so much crap. It's not just test.
He is.
What if like
Did you see his monthly bill for his cycle?
No idea. What if somebody was just like, yo, dude, for the rest of my life, I just want to do steak and
lot.
potatoes.
I love it.
Steak and potatoes.
You probably won't get like vitamin K, but I don't know, supplemented or like, yeah,
Fudge, man.
get it from somewhere else. You know?
That's what I want to do. Just steak and potatoes, dude, and some mac and cheese.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cheese.
What's your question?
Superfood.
Yeah.
We're going back.
What's
He
your
wants-
take on it?
He wants to fight, bro. Remember he told him now we're
go.
gonna fight.
No. I mean, here's the thing. You know, I gotta respect his opinions because you know the man is in the expertise of nutrition, I don't have any. I don't have too much to back me up in terms of like accolades and whatnot. But I do genuinely believe when we talk about certain things like raw honey, pure honey from the source. We talk about other bee-related products such as bee pollen, royal jelly. They do have not necessarily miraculous, as if like it's consume this and magic happens, but I do believe that yes, they do have great long-term effects in terms of like helping out certain parts of your blood levels, in terms of boosting your immune system, raising your natural energy levels. You know, and although they might come off as superfoods because they are in a sense a natural supplement, right? Where it's like, once again, if you can get those supplements from your foods, then you don't need to rely on anything else. And I do 100% respect that, and I understand that. But I do believe that there are these natural foods from nature, and as long as they are in the purest of form, they do have kind of like these, for the lack of a better word, superpower effects, you know? But they are similar to supplements, because this is what we tell people. Similar to a supplement, you have to be consistent 2 to 3 months before you actually start seeing the benefits of it.
Right, like creatine.
So superfoods, in my mind, it is basically supplements, you know? And I guess it's more than anything, I think it's it could really help people in their day-to-day basis, in their metabolic processes, as well as their organ functions. And yeah.
I mean, I don't disagree with anything you said.
Okay, I thought we were going to fight.
No,
I'm like, dude, get on the
I don't disagree with anything you said. Like broccoli is considered a superfood. Spinach, salmon, right?
All high in protein.
Because it has it encompasses a lot of the nutrients that we need for our body, and has a lot of macronutrients that our body needs as well. And it's good balance, right?
And it's like there's a lot of it compacted in that single item.
So I wouldn't say it's super, because if you had none of those foods in your diet, no honey, no salmon, no broccoli, whatever, but you got it from all these other foods you had in your diet that aren't considered super, but you got all your nutrients and your macros, then your overall diet is super anyway.
I agree.
So I wouldn't say there's a super food, but there's a super diet. Super diet, right? Like you got all your nutrients, you got all your macronutrients, you got an activity, you're good to go.
So you know, there's gonna be like a fitness coach that's listening to this. He's like, yeah, that's a good angle for my next ad. You know?
There's gonna be another fitness coach who's looking at this and be like, both these guys are retarded.
Like, hey, you guys want to know my super diet?
Greg Doucette just comments on everything.
But every diet is dependent on the individual. What works for you won't work for the next person. So,
thoughts on peptides?
Same difference, huh?
Yeah.
Same stuff?
Yeah.
Do you think, would you recommend them to people to check out, or nah?
If you need it, if you really want it. Yeah.
He's like super chill about this stuff.
I just want to flip and keep like throwing questions though. That's the thing.
Go ahead, throw questions.
So in terms of like, because we're talking about making sure everybody gets all of the necessary nutrients and vitamins that they need on a daily basis, right? So if you were to give us, I guess, top 5, top 10, what are those top 10 nutrients and vitamins that people need to consume on a daily basis in order to make sure they're always going to be, you know, healthy functioning organs, healthy functioning brain, healthy functioning body? Top 10, go.
Well, I know a lot of vitamins that are deficient in, like magnesium, vitamin D, iron for the women, obviously. And you don't necessarily have to get all of it in the correct dosage every day, but if you were to get it often, that would be awesome. No one gets in all their vitamins to the correct dosage every day. Like, we're human, right? Like, we're busy. We have other things to prioritize, and sometimes we want just McDonald's, so you're not going to get it. So as long as you do it most of the time, I think you'll be totally fine. Just like anything in life, as long as you're consistent and you do it most of the time, you will be successful. And that comes with business, sports, or just trying to master your craft.
You know what's interesting? I feel like his approach, like the more calm, more chill approach, actually allows you to like lose more fat and like live a healthier life. Because like mental health is like a huge thing to do with this.
No, for sure.
You know, like
yeah, I was just about to say
like your self-image and stuff, and like how hardcore you are about like my God, no, I need to like, you know, like if you approach it in a very like calm manner, I feel like you'd be able to stick to something like this long term.
Well, see, I think most people, you know, they what they struggle in terms of like the routine of the consumables that they're doing every day, they also might have kind of like the struggle in terms of like the structure in their mind. Where the reason why he can approach it so calmly is because he's put in the hard work to structure his mind a certain way. So the routine it's easy. It just presents itself in the everyday.
But yeah, you can eat your cultured food if you want to lose weight. I know a ton of people, a lot of my clients, I get from all over in terms of diversity. I had a Hispanic client. She's like, oh, I can't have as much tacos as I want anymore. And so we're like, no, you can have tacos every day. We just got to learn how to fit it in. And we can make like a lower calorie, higher protein version of your favorite tacos.
Tacos sound dank.
Yeah.
We should go on.
Do you fast?
I don't fast on purpose.
Okay.
For me, I would much rather be hungry in the day
Fact,
than at night. Because at night, I'm like pantry hoarding, right?
Yeah,
I'm
control.
I'm in that bitch.
Oh, I'm about to die.
Yeah, I sit in there. So I'd much rather be hungry.
Just chilling.
People have cigar rooms in their home. He just has a pantry with couches.
Fasting just controls overall calorie intake.
Yeah.
That's about it.
So why don't you like to eat during the day though?
Because once food touches my mouth, I have a hard time stopping.
Oh, I see.
So I like to have a larger lunch and have no breakfast. And then if I'm really hungry in the daytime, I'll try to curb my hunger with like an energy drink, a Powerade Zero, a low calorie coffee, a coffee that's not like 300 calories, maybe like a 20 calorie coffee with like almond milk and like Splenda, because Splenda is 0 calories. I'll do that, and then it'll hold me off till lunch, and then I'll have like a 700 calorie lunch, and then dinner I have about like 1,000 left, maybe 1,300 left. I'll have a big dinner with dessert. So that's how I like to do it. Just just calorie bank.
Okay, listen. Are your questions done?
No, I like to do fasting throughout the day, especially because it helps me with mental clarity. Because the moment that food hits
slows you down.
stomach, the moment food hits my stomach, I'm gone. We've lost the plot. The train is off the tracks. Like it's just you know.
You slow down.
Completely slow down. So for the mental clarity, I like to stay in a fasted state.
You know what's funny? Actually, like I like fasting too, but I go through like a window like around lunchtime where I start like to get really shaky and nauseous. It's weird. Like I into this like I need something in my body. Like even if it's a little something small, I'm just gonna feel like I'm gonna pass out. Like it just feels funky.
If you ever feel like that, you're probably in a deficit.
Yeah.
Because like when you sleep for 8 hours, when you sleep, you burn about 50 calories per hour. You've burned 400 calories.
Wow, while sleeping?
While sleeping.
This is why I love sleeping.
It's more than your workout.
Yeah.
God damn, dude.
So you're probably in a deficit. Let's say you ate your maintenance the previous day. You burned 400 calories while sleeping. You're in a deficit. Which is why people get hungry in the morning, obviously.
I see. Interesting.
This is how it works. If you overeat the day before and you burn 400 calories, you're probably not going to be hungry in the morning as much because you overate.
So you're like at maintenance. I see.
Yeah.
That makes sense. When I like bulge out on mac and cheese, I wake up in the morning. I'm like, I feel good, man.
Yeah, you're at a maintenance now.
Yeah, I'm chilling.
Yeah.
No, because I'll go the best ones. I swear, I'll go like a whole week. Like start like low calorie. And I'm like a fat like bowl of mac and cheese like on a Friday night, and I wake up in the morning and my abs are just like, I'm like, damn, I look good today. Like like it fed the muscles.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A refeed.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah. Excellent, dude. Fantastic.
Yeah, I like mac and cheese.
I can have the rest of my questions for off camera.
Okay. Calvin, where can people find you on social media, man?
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, wherever. I'm all over. Handle is Cook Like I'm Book.
Nice.
Or you can go to cooklikeimbook.com if you want to see any of my cookbooks. I post all of your favorite foods, whether it's fast food or culture's food. I make it low calorie, higher in protein, and it'll be on that website.
Dude, I need to get his cookbook. You need to get his cookbook. Everybody needs to get his cookbook because it's fire. I'm honestly straight up. Like, I'm not even trying to gas you up, bro. Like, your food content is lit.
And then go ahead and shout out the sauce.
Oh, actually NDA. So you're special.
Ooh, I've spoken too much.
It's okay.
But I will have something coming out hopefully by mid Q3.
All right.
Yeah.
So follow him so you can find out mid Q3 what the hell we're talking about.
Okay. Do you want to cut that out, or are you good?
You want to cut that out?
No, we're good.
Are you
we're
sure?
Good. Yeah,
Okay.
we're good.
We'll edit it out. We'll be cool.
No. We'll keep them in suspense.
Oh, in suspense.
You know?
Yeah. Okay. Anyway, guys. So, well, thank you so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed, please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Calvin, thank you so much for being on the show, my man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, sir. We launched a watermelon on the floor, and now there's glass. As you guys can tell, we're hella discoordinated.
Yo.
It's because, listen, no, I'll tell you what it is, man. We just need more subscribers. That's what it is.
I think this glass has had enough calcium because the fact that it did not break is very impressive.
No,
So it has strong
BB,
structure.
how many likes do we need for you to not break?
Oh, how
stuff?
many likes for this glass not to break?
Yeah.
let's push for we're
2.
We're baby numbers right now, dude. We're baby numbers.
Look, 10,000 likes and BB will
Flip 10,000 likes.
No,
What do we look like, bro?
for you to be
damn, 10,000 is crazy.
let's-
If we get 10,000, that'd be sick.
let's do something.
Let's be realistic, though.
Huh?
Let's be realistic
I'm
about the
not
likes.
trying to be realistic. I'm trying to joke around.
Oh.
I wasn't trying to be realistic at all.
All right. Well, you know what? Calvin, how many likes? Tell us, bro. Tell them. Let's go 100, 200.
I think we'll follow the theme of the steps.
Yeah.
So anywhere between 4 to 7K.
Nice.
Let's go. Let's go.
I like that.
I like it.
I like that. All right. We'll see you guys next episode. Peace.